What's one of the dumbest things you've ever spent money on? I was 11 and my dad gave me $50 to spend at the mall. So, I wandered into a gift shop and spent it all on an electronic vibrating oinking pink pig. I never played with it after I brought it home. Tried to return it, only to be offered store credit. When I went on a school field trip to Washington, D.C. back in middle school, I bought a $2 bill at a souvenir shop for $20. SMH. I was drunk and bought Monster Ballads off an infomercial. And I paid an extra $20 for rush delivery, because I was drunk and needed it ASAP, and it showed up a month later. There was this guy named Don Laper who sold money-making kits. Like how to make money with classified ads. I think I invested about $350 and received literally nothing of value. I was younger and being stupid. Looked him up tonight to remember how to spell his name. Turns out he killed himself with a razor blade while in jail in 2011. When I was like 14 I bought a pack of intentionally mismatched socks that were really expensive. Like, only one of each pattern. Could have bought twice as many normal socks and just mismatched them myself. When I was 19, I got a construction job that paid fairly well. Stupid me got all hot and horny for a fun car. I signed up for a 5-year loan after test driving the first one. I ended up having engine failure almost 2 years later. Because it was a used car and from a shady used car dealer, the warranty was well expired. I couldn't afford to get a new engine for it, so I ended paying over 3 years for a car that I wasn't driving. Edit, since I've been getting messages and replies saying it's your fault, you didn't maintain the car. That car was my baby, I worked on it every day and loved it for the short period of time I had it. Now, this car had what is called a Wankel rotary. These are not reliable engines. The apex seals blow as they are basically as thick and durable as the graphite in a pencil. Mazda RX-8s are notoriously unreliable. I did not know this 8 years ago as I hadn't done much research. The more you know. If you want to prove how tough you are, this is not the place. I do not care, I had fun with my car, and learned a lot from the experience. And if you think this is the dumbest thing I have ever done, you're very wrong. This past Christmas Eve I was doing some last-minute shopping and came across a wine glass shaped like Buddy from the movie Elf, which of course also had Will Ferrell's face on it. With everything kinda being out of order with the holiday rush, I didn't know how much it cost, but I bought it on pure impulse because I thought it was funny. It wasn't until I left the store and looked at the receipt did I realize that it cost $22, which is way more than it's worth. To remind me of my mistake, I now drink out of that glass exclusively and have been for the past 5 months. I have to wash it like twice a day, but I won't stop using it until I feel like I've gotten my $22 worth. Most expensive dumb thing? A Mercedes 500 SL. Literally bankrupt myself buying parts and gas for that fucking land yacht. Sold it for half what I paid and felt lucky to be rid of it. Dumbest dumb thing? A metallic gold-laden painting of a Pontiac Firebird. It oozes white trash and I had planned on putting it in a family gift exchange as a joke but didn't end up going and got stuck with it. It's currently hanging in a storage room, like all classy paintings do. I spent $40 one of those amusement park booths where you had to throw darts at balloons. For some reason, I picked out this really ugly 7 feet tall frog stuffed animal. It's in the corner of my closet and still scares me when I'm half awake in the morning. I bought a timeshare. My family visited Colorado when I was 10 and I saw a statue of a mosquito in a gift shop with the word State Bird on the bottom and begged my parents for it. We now have a rather large mosquito statue on our piano. Got that inflatable dinosaur costume. Wore it once around my campus and now I forgot where it is. I bought my oldest a wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man. Got drunk and started ordering ninja gear off of Amazon and forgot about it until it showed up like a week later. Swords, nunchucks, a suit and mask. I was just a few weeks out of basic training and bought one of those family lineage with the shields on it and description. I blew $500 or so just to find out it wasn't even accurate. ShamWow. I mean, it's got sham right there in the name. But I wanted to support Vince from ShamWow's crusade against Scientology. Big wedding, all that money, could they helped so many problems we had later, divorced anyway. The blanket that makes you look like a giant burrito. It was super thin and of poor quality, not to mention not big enough to cover me. Now I'll never look like a burrito. Gifts for my mother. She complains every single time. I bought a make-it-yourself music box, with a series of cards to punch out the notes and then insert so you can play whatever tune you want. Thought I could make my GF a special gift, then I realized that I can't read music and when I tried to punch it by ear it sounded bloody awful. Edit, you see, This is why I love Reddit so much. A whole heap of helpful messages and comments, and just 6 hours later I can now make something that is vaguely recognizable. Here you go, Reddit. You earned this. Thanks everyone.